welcome back to our channel. It's Bella here. In today's look, I created two looks using the Huda Beauty Nude palette, and I've already used this palette on our channel before, but I wanted to show you guys two different looks using this palette just so you guys can have more ideas of how to play with your palette if you have it. So if you want to see how I achieved these two eye looks, then just keep on watching. This is going to be the second eye look that I show you guys. This is more of a daytime eye. It's more natural. There's a bare lower lash line, so there's no eyeshadow or anything on the lower lashes. And then this is going to be the first look that I show you guys. It's a night eye and it has a glitter liner, and I did use all the shadows in this palette. So if you want to see how I created these two looks, then just keep on watching. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is grabbing my Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer, and I'm using this to prime my eyelids, so I'm just putting it all over. And I really love the applicator tip of this concealer because it does have a very cooling effect, so it does help to depuff the eyes. So the first shadow that I'm going in with is the shade Secret, and it's a muted light brown shade, and I'm just putting that in my crease, going in back and forth motions. I did want this look to be a little bit more on the cool tone side, so yeah. Next, I went into the shades Raw and Tease, and I used a very small defined angle brush because I wanted to be as precise as possible when creating this line. So I'm creating the line a little bit above my actual crease, so I'm creating more lid space for myself. So if you have very hooded eyes, I would highly recommend creating a line above your actual crease. And then don't worry, we will blend that line out. But first, I'm going in the shade Raw, and I'm taking my really tiny Jaclyn Hill brush. It's like a little blending brush. It's very small and it's tapered, so I really like to use this brush to blend out my lines, and I did want to add a little bit more depth at the same time. And then I went back into that first shade Secret, and I just went in back and forth motions and also doing circular motions to really blend out that line so we have a nice blended look. And then next I went in with my Urban Decay Precision eyeliner, and I just created a wing, and I did create the wing with tape on, so that really helps with creating a sharp edge. And then I like to go back and see if I missed any spots, usually on the inner corner. And then now I'm going into the glitter in the palette in the shade Infatuated, and I did feel like the glitter needed a little bit of glue just to really stick down because I did not want the glitter to transfer up onto my lid. I just wanted it to be only on the liner. And as you guys can see, I left the outer wing bare. I just wanted to fade that glitter out and leave that area blank. And now I'm going in with my Sofie Bella lashes in the style Bali. These are one of my favorite lashes for a nighttime eye because they're super fluttery and girly, and they're just going to give you a little bit of that drama that you want in your lash for the nighttime. And then moving on to my lower lashes, I grabbed the shades Raw and Tease once again, and I focused that really close to my lower lashes, going in back and forth motions. And then I went back into that first original shade that we took in our crease, the one called Secret, and I started to buff that out along my lower lashes just to really blend out anything that might have looked a little bit too harsh. And then the last thing that I did was I added some lower lash mascara. So I really hope you guys enjoyed my dramatic night eye. If you want to see how I achieved the daytime eye, then just keep on watching. So moving on to the daytime eye, I grabbed my Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer once again, and I used that to prime my eyelid. And then I went in with a damp beauty sponge to blend it out, and then I went in with some translucent powder to set that in place. And then I went into one of my Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palettes, and I grabbed the shade Sekilis, which is like a really pretty gold highlighter, and I used that to highlight my brow bone, because I did notice that there were no really light shimmery shades, and you guys know how I love to use those type of shades to highlight my brow bone. So next I'm going into the shade Play, and I'm just putting that in my crease, going in back and forth motions as my transition shade. And then next I'm taking the shade Raw from the palette. It's a very matte brown shade, and I did take a flat smudger brush and I started to create a little bit of depth in my crease. Not too much, not too dramatic, and don't worry, we are going to blend it out even if it does look a little bit harsh and a little bit too dark for a daytime eye. So I decided to go back into that shade Play and really diffuse that line out and make it look nice and natural, and just really smudge it out until all the corners are seamless and all the edges are seamless and you don't see any more lines in your eyeshadow. And then I went into the shade Crave, which is this gorgeous gold, but it has a little bit of flecks of pink. It's very beautiful, youthful eyeshadow. So I just applied that all over my lid, and I feel like this is the perfect daytime eye just because it is still light, but it still has a little bit of depth in the crease, so it's still going to flatter your eye shape. So next I went in with my Sofie Bella lashes in the style Barbados. These lashes are a little bit more on the dramatic side, but I did feel like they would make the look stand out even more. I'm just such a sucker for dramatic lashes, so you can always use no lashes and just add mascara and it'll still look like a gorgeous look. But the lashes, if you want to check them out, they'll be in the link down below. And yeah, and then I went back into that gold highlighter once again and I just popped that in my inner tear duct. And that's the finished look. I decided to leave the lower lash line completely bare just because I feel like it just makes you look really awake. And I really love how youthful it looks. So if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn your post notifications on and then comment done down below to be entered in all of our future giveaways. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see you in the next one.